Live from the eastern region, specifically the Kwaebiberem municipality of the eastern region, I bring you sights and sounds of the various illegal mining activities happening here in the eastern region. I'm currently at a mining area, and right behind me you can see what is supposed to be a river. But because of the mining issues, that is not happening. Now, this stretch on a normal day will be a cocoa farm. If you look behind me, you can see some spots of cocoa trees as well as plantain and then oil palm. But we're told that yesterday, this area you're seeing, the illegal miners started working here. I'm told that this area has a river here. It's been here for years, but the activities of the illegal mining, we don't have that river here. They have blocked the access route of this river. Behind this side, you see a huge pit that has been dug by an excavator. Also on my left side, you see a similar site of the digging of excavators, having an impact on the environment, destroying the water bodies, a threat to our water security, among others. You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. My name is Vivian Kailoko. I'm still in the Kwaebiberem municipality, bringing you the level of devastation of this municipality because of the activities of illegal miners. I'm currently at a mining site and right on top of an excavator. Now, if you look around me, you may think this is a construction site or something of a sort, but don't be deceived. The heaps of sands that you're seeing, the mountains of sand, and in some cases, water looking like a mini pond or area, are abundant Galamsey sites. Now, this area used to be a cocoa farm, and along the line, there is a water body that was there. Now, today, that water body has been diverted, in some cases destroyed because of the activities of illegal mining. I'm speaking to a gentleman who lives in this community. He is a farmer. Give us an idea of the area we are in. We know we're in the eastern region. What constituency is this?
We are in Achim Kwaebiberem municipal.
Okay, so this area is within the Achim
area.
Okay, so what was this place like before?
Okay, when I grew up, we came to me that all these places were having cocoa trees and other cash crops.
So this is a cocoa farm?
Yes.
What is happening?
For the past 10 years, we came to realize that unknown men from nowhere came to this place and they started taking off the topsoil, destroying properties over here. Yet to come to realize that it is the Galamsey issue that is happening over here. And actually, as you can see around, we have a lot of cocoa trees around. All these places were filled with cocoa trees. And as you can see with your eye, there's no cocoa tree over here. They've taken everything away, all because of the so-called gold mining activity in this community.
So you're saying that these men that were doing this happened 8 years ago?
Oh, yes, please.
So this area has been abandoned for the past 8 years?
Yes, please. We were having River Pram. That is the main source of drinking water for farmers around this area. And the most saddest part of it is that now, as you can see, the posture and then what they have done over here, it is saying that now if you're a farmer and you want to go to farm, you have to carry water from the house to the farm. There's nothing like drinking water. We are living in Techiman, but there are some people living inside the bush that we say, those living in the Akan dialect, we say Ekrasefono. Sorry to say that. And actually, they also depend on this water. And now that this water is no more, that is their cry as to how to get water for their household chores.
What kind of mining were they doing? Were they using the excavators, or because this looks like, and you know, the dugouts are those of huge machines?
They brought excavators, bulldozers, and other things, and then they were not doing the shallow mining. This is the deep mining, because as you can see, this thing that you see like this, like a pond, when you fall inside, you die, because it is about 20 feet down.
Wow.
So when you fall inside this, you will easily die. And they've abandoned this for years. Meanwhile, we have people who can also talk for us, but they've left this and we are suffering.
So I'm trying to see if we can get closer, because I've been warned that this pit you see, for example, which is looks like a shallow pit, is not a shallow pit. This is actually about 20 feet, very deep. So if you fall in this, that's it, you're gone. You can't swim out. This is it. And for the past 8 years, this has been here. So the issue of Galamsey that we're thinking it got worse recently may not be the case, especially here in this community in the eastern region. I just want to give you a proper idea of how serious the situation is here in this municipality. So look at this place, for example. You can see the water, the left abandoned pit, the water moving over there. And if I stand within the area, trying to give you an idea of how high the sand is, this will cover me. So you can have twice of me, and I'm about 5'7" foot. Twice of me, that's the height of the sand that you see, and then you can see the stone sea and all that. This area has sizes of ponds like this scattered all over. So this is one in your short, this is another one in your short, another one in your short, another one in your short. Remember that the Ghana Water Company has warned that it may be forced to halt operations in certain regions because of the lack of water to feed to households across those regions. And one of the regions that have been named is the eastern region. So we are going to go around the parts of the river that is left for you to even see the color of the river, what it's become, and then we'll take it from there. If you look behind me, you can see the river Pram, and you can see how brown the water has turned to. Behind me used to also be a farm, but today you can see that all this area has been destroyed. You can just see a bit of weeds and then few trees, cocoa trees around there. Remember earlier I was telling you that parts of the river was blocked, diverted by these miners. So let me give you an idea of what that looks like now. So in your shot is an example of what happened. So boss, tell us about this situation. So this is where the water was blocked.
Yes, this is where it was blocked. So as you can see, they dug that area and then all the water just moved to that end, blocked this side, and the mining activity happened inside the river.
So right in the river, the mining happens. Well, the gold is in there as well?
Yes, the gold is in there. And then since there is a great river, that is where, to their belief, the miners, that is where they can get numerous of gold. So they always try as much as possible to mine inside the river instead of going outside the river.
So this river, where is it coming from and where is it going?
Okay, actually, so as you can see, we have the thick forest over there. And then per what my grandfather told me, the beginning of the river is coming from the thick of the forest, moving down this way. So actually, as it is coming, it will extend to the next communities out there to meet River Brim at Pramkese. Okay. So that is where it is going to.
So this goes to the Brim River, which has been destroyed as well.
Yes, please.
Okay. So this, I'm told, is part of the River Pram. This has been diverted because of the activity. Nana, tell us about this situation. This is supposed to be a river body or part of it, right?
It is part of it. Actually, when they decided to mine inside the river, they diverted the river, so the whole river came to this place, and they blocked it over there. And the mining activity happened in the river. So after everything, then they decided to send the water back to where it was at first. So that is what happened.
So this has been here for how long, this particular situation? Also within the 8 years?
Oh, yes, within the 8 years.
Okay. So those people who went to farming, the old folks, what do they do now?
You see, that is the most dangerous aspect. I have my cocoa farm, I sell it. After taking the money, that's all. I will try to invest into other business out there. But it is not favorable for each and every one. It depends on what you use your money for. So that is what is happening now. And that is leading to a lot of social vices. Because, for example, we know that cocoa farm It's inherited. So if I come to meet that there's nothing for me in the farm, then
what do you do?
What do I do? I'll enter into something different. And these robbery cases, unlawful activities going out in the community.
Zanaya, in our shot we can see an excavator, and what's these two machines? What are they for?
Okay, actually, as you can see, those there is what they use in washing the gold. So after they have extracted, they have dug a whole area, they will just collect what is supposed to be the gold or the sand to this machine, apply water. Yes, they have what we call water hose over there, so they will apply the water hose, and then after blowing the water, it will wash away all the sand from it, leaving the particles that is supposed to be the gold. They will add lead or the mercury to it, and then they will extract the gold from it.
Wow. So all that water and all that moves to these trenches or ponds they've done. Where do they go to?
Yes, that is what, as you can see, if they are going to work inside this, the water will be collected to this one. Okay. So after they are done with this, they will bring it back. Okay. Yes, that is what they normally do over here. Wow.
And we can hear the sounds of excavators. So this is around 4:5 actually, on a Friday in Kwaebiberem municipality, and they are working.
Yeah, work is ongoing. As you can see, we can see that they have about 3 excavators around, and they are all working now. They are trying to dig the trench, and then from tomorrow going, those in charge of the washing will also come in here and wash and extract the mineral or the metal from it.
So we're still here in the eastern region, still in the Kwaebiberem municipality. I'm going to another place. This is supposed to be a sacred area, I'm told, where the gods from this area are supposed to be. So a pretty sacred area, but the activities of the illegal miners have, with want of a better way to construct this sentence, I've cleared the place of these sacred beings. So we're told that they are not really here anymore like before. So I'm trying to make my way into the forest. Oops! Oh, I'm sinking. Thank you. So this is how serious it is. I'm stuck in it. And now I have to be helped out. I'm going in again. Oh my God. It's funny, but it's serious. So my cameraman is also on the floor. So these pits of mud are actually not what you think they are. They are actually... Shikara, are you okay? So I just sank into that. So very dangerous area. And these are all wells that have been dug, and they're pretty dangerous. Wow.
Someone came to perform rituals over here. That is why we have the queen. You see the queen over there? Yeah. And then this bottle, as you can see, per the traditional belief, the traditional worshippers believe that if they have, or if an individual is having a problem, being any problem at all, it is their belief that when they come here and try to pacify the gods, call upon the gods will respond. So when you get closer to the river, it can be said that someone just placed a queen over here. This is like going to the house of someone, you just knock. So the person coming to pacify the gods will put the queen down to signify that he or she is knocking for him to be accepted, and then express his or her grievances as to what he is having here in mind. So that is it.
So this is still the Pram River?
This is still the Pram River. Yeah, this is still
this water is coming from where? At the top?
Yeah, it's coming from the top. Yes, to this place. So this place in the Akan dialect we call it Asorieso. Where?
What does that mean?
Okay, this is a sacred place for the so. For example, if there is a pandemic in the community, this is where the chief and then the elders or the person responsible to this place will come and then pour libation and then try to ask for forgiveness as to what has transpired in the community.
With this water, the dirty water, does it still work?
That is what one of the citizens just said, that since the water is being contaminated, it is their belief that there's no spirit in the water again. Why? Because all these mining activities has created this mess, and then with reference to this, the ghosts are no more living in the water again. That is it.
All right. So these are shots from the river Pram. I can't get close. It's pretty dangerous. I may fall in. So the closest I can get is this, just to give you an idea of how dirty the water has become, and of course contaminated. And you can see the trees that have been destroyed, a number of them fallen, and some we just see the seeds. No more the cocoa farms, no more the bamboo plantations, no more the oil palm plantations. And you can see the water coming from the top, also polluted and all muddy because of that. And you can see my boots also muddy, just coming from a dugout pit. I was just lucky it wasn't deep enough and survived it. So this is how precarious the situation is, how dangerous it is. And this is the Pram River, goes into the Brim River, which has also been destroyed by the activities of illegal miners.